This video is about a trip I made in August 2021 to Barkley Sound on our 15-foot Montgomery sailboat. Barkley Sound is on the southwest coast of Vancouver Island. Vancouver Island is off the coast of British Columbia, Canada. Getting there from Bishop, California, where I live, involved a long drive to Canada, pandemic complications at the border, a ferry ride, and another drive across the island to the Pacific coast. Barkley Sound is a beautiful bay about 10 miles deep by 15 miles wide, filled with hundreds of small islands, great for exploring with a little sailboat. Each day of my trip is shown in a different color on this map. I covered a lot of the sound on this trip, but there was so much I wasn't able to see. The first day on the sound, I finally got on the water in the late afternoon. I put in at Ucluelet and just sailed south down the Ucluelet Inlet with a nice following wind to the little spring cove for the night. I woke the morning of the second day to fog down to the water. I also had realized I forgot my toothbrush. No, really. And since the visibility was low, the prospects of unbrushed teeth while I was out in the sound not so appealing, and the truck with the toothbrush not too far away, I motored back to the ramp, grabbed the brush, and headed back down the inlet again, hoping the fog would clear. As I headed out into the sound, it did slowly clear, and as it cleared, I could start to see the sound's pretty surroundings. A little wind came up about the same time, and so I got to turn off the motor and start enjoying sailing along with just the pleasant sounds of wind, water, and boat, instead of the incessant put, put, put of the motor. I had hours of pleasant sailing between the islands the second day. Here, I'm sailing towards the small gap between Willis and Dodd Islands, and this gap leads into Turtle Bay, which is a nice protected anchorage, but I wasn't ready to stop yet. After a day of exploring islands and channels, I finally anchored in a cove on the north side of Wower Island. Wower Island is in the southwest portion of the Broken Island group. The cove on the north side of the island is protected, but the south side of the island is exposed to the open North Pacific and, although my weather was perfectly benign, the sculpted trees made it look like the wind might actually blow here from time to time. The third day, I left the broken group of islands, crossed Imperial Eagle Channel, passed through the Deer Island group of islands, crossed Trevor Channel, and visited the town of Banfield. Each morning there was little or no wind, so I started each day motoring on glassy water between pretty islands. This day, when headed out to cross Imperial Eagle Channel, I left the shelter of the islands and could look out into the Pacific Ocean. I stopped to get ice in the town of Bamfield to keep my beer cold and also to check out the town. By the time I was on my way back north to the Broken Group, the wind picked up and I had some nice sailing back across Treadle Channel and Imperial Eagle Channel. Crossing the channels, I caught a glimpse of a whale, but didn't get any photo or video. The islands are full of nooks and channels, perfect for anchoring a little sailboat that you can tow behind your car, and I found another nice spot to spend the night in a channel between Nettle and Denny Islands. The fourth day, I wound my way through the islands of the Broken Group. Of course, I started out motoring. But finally, the slightest of ripples appeared in the water. I was able to turn off the motor and quietly ghost along under sail, working my way to windward between the islands. It was quite fun and a bit magical. I found yet another nice spot to anchor for the night on the north side of Turtle Island and relaxed in the cockpit with my back against the cabin, a beer in my hand, watching the curtain of trees at the edge of the water sweep back and forth as the boat swung gently at anchor. Day 5 was my last day on the Sound. I started out early, motoring through the islands to check out some areas I hadn't seen yet. Smoke from wildfires had reached the Sound, and as I motored, the sun rose orange-red over the glassy water. As I got closer to Ucluelet, the wind picked up again and I had a pleasant sail back up the inlet to end my time on Barkley Sound. I sailed back to the ramp, the truck and trailer, and the next sailing adventure, Princess Louisa Inlet.